It's time to get right, church. Do I have a witness out there? Said it's time to get right, church, because Jesus is soon to come. You got to start living what you talk about. You got to stop backbiting. You got to stop lying. You got to get right, church. Oh, y'all don't want to hear me? Can I get a witness out there? Well, maybe if y'all don't want to hear me, y'all will hear the choir. Come on, choir.
Get right, church, and let's go home. Get right, church, and let's go home. Get right, church.
just excited because I get to interview the man himself. Oh my God, Ambassador Lockhart. This man has been into radio and all them goody stuff. So I just want to get in his business and try to help our gospel artists by the information that this man has in his mind, in his head, in between those ears. Let's go with it. How you doing, Ambassador Lockhart?
Hey, I'm up and I'm going, bro. I'm up and I'm going, and we giving God the praise for all his goodness that he has done.
Man, you can see my picture just there. So I had a moment. Forgive me. Let's get into the business, man. Man, you've been doing radio for a minute, and I remember I thank God for allowing me and you to connect out in San Antonio. But how did you get started in radio?
Bro, as I tell everyone, you know, it was a dream that I had in the beginning when I was 13 years old, and when we used to have a radio station here called Cape Radio, and I used to always stand on the outside looking on the inside. And then one day when I decided, one day they asked me to come in, and I became friends with the director, Franklin Collins, and then with his wife Jerry Collins, and then with all the DJs, Sesmo, Al King, and let me stop before I mess up. But I became friends with them. Then over the years, I had the opportunity. I finished my last year in high school in Dallas, Texas, and I became friends with the young man that worked with Tom Joyner, and he began to. And the amazing part about it is I was last year in high school, and I used to call in. If you're the 15th caller, if you're the 10th caller, so a couple of times I made them, but the first time that I called in and I actually won an album was Cool in the Gang. Then they said, well, come out here to Grand Prairie, and so I went out to Grand Prairie to get that album. He told me that they were in the 15th story building. So when I got to Grand Prairie at the area where he told me to go, I saw a booth where the building was supposed to be at. So, and then I saw a trailer across the street. So then I went, and I called him and I told him, I said, hey man, ain't no booth out here. I mean, and he had me on the air, So when I decided that I wanted to come, so then he was laughing and he said, well, come on over to the booth and they'll give you directions. And actually he was in the back part of that trailer, but his name is Dwayne Dancer. And so then after that, I mean, this was, and God had a plan, and I didn't even know it. So afterwards, I was going to Bishop College a little later, and then I began to do sports. But one day I decided to pay him back, and I learned to imitate him, because he would always come across, this is Dwayne Dancer at KKDA. So I began to call a few people that I knew and told them, thank you for answering this phone. You are and you will be the winner. Just come down, call me before you come. This is Dwayne Dancer at KKDA. And, I hope he's not listening to this. But I put him on the spot. Then a little bit later on, I had moved back to San Antonio. And again, a dream. I had been on television, did great things, and thank God. But then it turned out, as I was walking out of Ed's Barbecue here in San Antonio, Brother T.C. Calvert Sr. just drove up and asked, and jumped out of the car and said, I want you to call my son so you can get on the radio. I thought the brother wanted some money, wanted me to spend some money. So I called his son. He didn't call me back. Then 2 weeks later, coming out of Ed's Barbecue again, T.C. Calvert Sr. drove up again. Did not tell you to call my son? I said, I did, but he didn't call me back. And he said, well, call him again. I'm like, okay. So I called him again, and we were able to hook up. I went to a week's class, and after signing the paper, being a part of the station, I walked out of the office saying, if Tom Joyner can reach people all around the world, surely I can reach people around the world lifting up Jesus. And God has been good, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Wow. Sounds like you paid your dues and God opened up doors, and you ain't never been the same thing. Well, see, since you got this radio situation going, not only are you a radio host, but you manage this gospel morning programs, and not just one, you manage it a lot. What would you tell gospel artists? How in the world do we get music radio. Even if we just came to you, but what should an artist do to get their music played on the radio?
Well, number one, I'm not. There's some things that I can't tell you, but one of the things that I can tell you is that if you're tied into ASCAP, BMI, etc., and there's some others out there, that that's the first step to being heard on the radio. And contact me, and I will point you to the right direction. If I don't know the answer, I have friends such as God's Messenger right here that has all the answers, and that and also a brother by the name of Stephen E. Williams right here in San Antonio, who's the owner, CEO of RHEMA Records, and who can also help you get established. Amen. And that's my story.
Okay. Now, what up, Tim? You've been doing radio for a minute. What is the thing you like the most about hosting radio?
What I like the most is the testimonies that I hear. Because, there's a lot of people that talk about, well, people like to sing, and a lot of young people just get up and open their mouth. But the testimonies that, when I hear people that have gone through something, and I'll take you back, brother, when you and I first started, you interviewed a young lady who was a prostitute. And I'll never understand, but God does great things. She was a prostitute, and she used to give tithes and ask God to change her life. And she said, if you were to look at me right now, you wouldn't know me. You wouldn't know that I did that. And then a brother that you interviewed, the brother went 15 flights of stairs and jumped. And you asked that brother, why did you jump? And, he was high. He said, I believed I could fly. And immediately you started singing, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I had to cut my mic off and just laugh because, but the brother was serious. But he's singing now to the glory of God.
I know that's right. Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing that the stories and the people's real life experiences, what we deal with as radio hosts and personalities to interview people. I love it. Now, you've interviewed and met a lot of people, celebrities and those who get started in the gospel industry. Who's your most favorite person that you ever met? Have just had you like, oh my goodness, good.
Well, I have to say, Brother Phil Nicholas, and I think he's the one that I really caught hold to when I was 16 years old. And when I saw his video, they said, can't nobody do me like Jesus. Can't nobody do me like the Lord. I tell you that. Can't nobody do me like Jesus, 'cause he's, yeah, him and his wife, Brother Phil and Brenda Nicholas, they touched my heart. And very loving and very kind. And what touched me most of all about them, because when I moved back here from Dallas, Texas, they were on tour. So I asked them to come, and they came, and they sung out of their heart, and they do love songs. And if there's ever a time that you needed love, and you're married, listen to Phil and Brenda Nicholas. They're awesome people.
Wow, I like that. What's the most difficult thing about doing radio?
The difficult thing about doing radio is,
waking up early in the morning outside.
Waking up early, when you're committed, when you love something, it's not a problem.
Right.
When you love something, it's not a problem in waking up. So I think if I would say the most difficult thing would be if they would close the doors and says it's all over. That would be the most difficult. That would be the most difficult thing. But then I would have to turn around and say, okay, Lord, what's next? But that would be the most difficult thing for me not to be able to do it. Because if you put me in a hospital on a bed, I would start talking. My name is James Lockhart, and I'm right here, and we have the nurse here. And I would have a pencil in my hand and put the pencil in front of the nurse's face, and your name is.
That is funny. I be on operate table talking about scalpel. You can do it. Scalpel. That's funny. Now let's go into RHEMAGospelExpress.com. The webpage, man. You got some fresh, powerful things going on with this thing, this webpage, and I know it's under construction, but I like the concept of artists being able to be placed on your webpage. Can you share me a little bit about the RHEMAGospelExpress.com webpage?
Well, the idea actually became, I love what I do, and I think since you and I have connected and you've been a blessing to me, and and I always look at, and even having the opportunity to be here on the radio, it was an opportunity, and God blessed. So God continues to bless me with people like you, people like Tommy Calvert Sr., Tommy Calvert Jr. Why can't I be a blessing to other people? So I opened it, RHEMA, the living word, the spoken word. The word says life and death is in the power of the tongue. So I wanted to present a platform where that upcoming artist, because growing up in San Antonio, I've seen people go around in circles, and then what happens? Mm-hmm. They end up going to clubs and trying to sing in clubs, trying to do this and that. So with the platform that you and I have already started to helping people get connected, then what I wanted to do was to build another platform where, hey, let's take this around the world. You can put your ministry, if it's singing, if it's ministry or business, if you want to reach the masses, you can do it on RHEMAGospelExpress.com. If you want if you desire a 30-minute programming, you can do that. If you want your information put up on it, you can do that. Man, there is a little fee, but you can do that. And so it's amazing, and I thank God for friends like artist Bert Cross, Tommy Young West, and who you've seen many times on the Bobby Jones Show, Everett Drake, Dr. Everett Drake, Bobby Jones Show, Phil and Brenda Nicholas, TBN, Leon Patillo, and let me stop. And most of all, and also you, and just getting to know people and just saying, hey, I'm in agreement with what you're doing. And, it was amazing because Brother Everett Drake told me the other day, he said, you're a man of integrity, so I know you do me right. And I said, amen, goes right there.
Wow, amen goes right there. RHEMAGospelExpress.com. Now, you mentioned that I'm a blessing to you, but let's keep it honest and open and real. You are a blessing to me. I thank God for you and how you put my behind on the radio, that I can talk to people. I mean, that's a blessing. I never wanted to do radio, but I got a prophecy that it was going to come, and it was going to happen, before I start doing the ministry on a whole other level. And it came through you. So I thank God for you and your purpose in this earth. But it's time for me to pay those bills, brother. You know I got to pay the bills.
I love you, bro. Pay those bills. Pay those bills. I want to stay here.
Extra. Hear all about it. You tune into KROV FM Radio. KROV is the biggest broadcast station in San Antonio, Texas. We have over 170,000 downloads to listen to this amazing station. If you're looking for promotion, KROV is your hot spot. We're in your cars, your living room. We're all over the planet. We're on the web. That makes me Africa. We're all everywhere. Or even on your cell phone, all you got to do is download the app. Please contact the conductor, Ambassador Elder James Lockhart, 210-884-8744. Again, if you're looking for promotion, please contact the conductor, Ambassador Elder James Lockhart, 210-884-8744. Or you can contact me, your brother from another mother, God's Messenger. Hit me up on our webpage. That's GODZ as in zebra, messenger.com. That's godsmessenger.com. With no further ado, I got to go to church this Sunday. Time to get clean, smell y'all good, and go to the church as I am, because God is coming as you are. It's your brother. I ain't the man, but I know the name. Man, I got to go. Gospel Express.
And here's what God's message. He's got my whole tongue tied. Here's God's message once again. Sing.
In the storms, feel the pain. All things work together in the rain. Hold on, it's gonna be okay. Stand on the promises he made. In the storms, feel the pain. All things work together in the rain. Testing trials out to test your faith. Everything is gonna be okay. Going through a trial, sometimes the pain hurts for a long while. Got victory, no matter what they tell you, even in the valley. Count it all joy. God sees the tears falling down your face. Haven't done long to stand. Stand even in the heartaches. I've come to let you know the storms will end. Just keep trusting. The sun will shine again. In the storms, feel the pain. All things work together in the rain. Hold on, it's gonna be okay. Stand on the promises he made. In the storms, feel the pain. All things work together in the rain. Testing trials out to test your faith. Everything is gonna be okay. Can you stand the rain until your joy comes in the morning? You can make it, no matter what you go through, even when you're tired. Keep walking by faith, even though it's pouring rain on your life's parade. Haven't done all to stand. Stand when nothing's going your way. I've come to let you know the storms will end. Just keep trusting. The sun will shine again. In the storms, feel the pain. All things work together in the rain. Hold on, it's gonna be okay. Stand on the promises he made. In the storms, feel the pain. All things work together in the rain. Testing trials out to test your faith. Everything is gonna be okay.
God bless you.
Didn't God say
He would never leave you, He would see you through
the storms and the rain,
the sorrows and the aches and the pains.
think it not strange.
These fiery trials, call on His name, be encouraged, my child. We all go through
The wilderness,
this is real life, boo.
I'm serious.
Put your shield up.